Tirak,
Huh?
why you buy coffee?
I drink every day.
You do not drink every day. What's the world coming to? She's having iced coffee.
อะไรวะ
บ้างอะไรวะ
Don't say that. Just say อะไรวะ Just kidding. Don't mind. Not say that.
Anyway, today we're off to temple, right? For special for good luck, from what I understand, good luck because we have house now and you want to go and make medit and thank you and
Yeah. When I go temple, I hope to about everything okay for how everything for myself, everything. And now I can fly now. I just go back and give something fruit flounder in the Thailand he makes.
Yeah, so it's a Thai tradition.
Thailand to say แก้บน
Gabon.
Yeah.
Okay, Gabon.
Gabon.
And of course we've got Mum here and we've got Mum's friend here. What's the name? ชื่ออะไร
ไหนโอ้
Yeah.
พี่ขวัญ
Kwan.
ขวัญไง
Oh, and Kwan. Hello.
You forget เหรอ
Hello.
อ้าวเพิ่งจะนึกขึ้นได้เหรอ
Where's she come from? Where's she stay? I don't see her get in the
โอ้
car.
ไม่ได้ดูเขาเพิ่งจะเห็นเหรอ
Oh my God. People just
You
jumping in
see
the...
she before
No, I only see Mum and see...
เอาแล้วไม่ได้เห็นกันสองคน
Oh
ขวัญ
my
ยู
God.
นอตซีขวัญ
I don't see Kwan now.
โอเคไปเร็วก็
Crazy. Anyway, we're off. We'll do a bit of a temple tour, and I think we've got 2 temples to go to today anyway. So what I was going to try to do is give you a bit of an idea of this Gaopon, right, which is a Thai word. Looking at the translator here, the best thing that I can come up with here is redeeming a vow to a god or fulfill one's vow. So really what that means is, she's asked, in her previous visits to temple, I would guess, she's asked to have her dreams fulfilled. And of course her dreams have now been fulfilled by getting her house and all the things that she's wanted over her life. And so now today is making an offering back to the temple, as a thank you note. So that was what I was thinking about today. What we're going to talk about today is the whole idea of giving thanks, in a general life sort of situation, because something we really never sort of cover. Okay, so we have our Buddhist traditions, we have our other sort of spiritual pursuits, but in general life, what we have is many people, for instance, coming here to Thailand, and over the last few months, I definitely have an increase in people asking specific questions, how to do this, how to do that, how to come to Thailand, what's the best way to live in Thailand, all those sort of things. And as we've been sort of saying before, in these sort of in our live streams and so on and so forth, I never ask for anything. I'm always there giving. Now we've got a number of people here doing YouTube channels here in Thailand, and I'm pretty sure it happens other places in the world as well, but we're Thailand specific. And we've got a number of people here doing this sort of offering to help you guys out. So I'm just trying to think of some names off the top of my head. We've got Joe, he's down sort of south of Hua Hin. We've got sort of Chuck up north in Isan. We've got Sunny in Phuket. We've got Rob down in Kamala. We've got a few guys. There's a few guys around the place. Lucas, I think Lucas is based in Pattaya. I got to lock the car. Lucas is based in a lake. You know the channels I mean. And we're all over here offering to help you guys make some sort of state or some sort of feeling comfortable about making those final choices to move. I suppose where I differ is the fact that there's no invitation required. The invitation is always there for you to come and join in and ask questions. I'm across pretty much all the social media channels, but ideally there's a little bit of a special place that we hang out, which is our Discord channel, and you can drop in at any time to see who's there on voice or just ask questions in the general chats of the program. That's what I do. It's our little sanctuary. It's away from Facebook, it's away from Google, it's away from Twitter. It's not being monitored, so we can be frank and sort of, talk about anything that you need to know about. One of those tricks here in Thailand is things are very dynamic in the way life goes on here in Thailand. And we've got temple, so I better put the mask on. But yeah, so the only really way to feel Thailand is to come here and experience it. But experience it for the now is really the key. Anyway, I've got a lot of noise here. Wait till we get out of that noise there, okay? So here's Chanya, of course, bringing her offerings and gifts. Normally when you come to temple, for instance, you'll pay 20 to 40 baht and get the little offering baskets, but it's more personal if you actually go out and buy these things and give them as the gift of something something to fill the plate, I suppose is the best way to look at it. Certain temples around Thailand have certain traditional meanings. I still haven't worked out the basic rules, but we've been out here a few times. It's actually a fair distance away from our house. But I believe this temple here is the one that redeems all your good deeds or whatever it is. This is always quite amusing. There we go. So what have we got here? So our offering, pig's head. Okay, fair enough. Obviously that has some sort of significance as well. I'm not quite sure what that is. I'm sure it wouldn't happen in Western society, rocking up the temple. It's throwing a pig's head on the table as a blessing. But hey, this is Thailand. There's so many things you're going to, not understand here. The best way is plugging into different people, the people that you find a connection with. Many people have found my channel, randomly. What's the connection here? Okay, so we have a bit of a different relationship, as we've said before. Chanya being transgender, our relationship is pretty much unique across the field, but it's still a part of Thailand society, if you know what I mean. It's an accepted part of our, like the way society works. There is a high level of acceptance within community, no matter what your, I suppose, sexual persuasion is, and you're never really victimised for it. You'll get a few weird, people, but most of the weirdness comes from Western society. I'm sure it happens here in Thailand as well, but not speaking fluent Thai, I can't see that actually sort of becomes something that really even bothers me. The weirdness comes from uneducated Westerners who really have lived their life in the armchair and live vicariously through other people's experiences, and that really doesn't sort of equate to life in general. It's not all that cool out today, it's quite hot. Running up the top to do the final blessing. But yeah, so have a think about the fact that if you are considering Thailand just for coming for a holiday or for a long stay visit, or even to stay here to move here permanently. There's a lot of people here in Thailand who are ready to help you. We have different levels of engagement. In our case here, we're no longer in Bangkok, technically. We're in Nakhon Pathom, which is a little bit more relaxed. The house is not finished yet, but when it is, there'll be a place where you can come out and pop in and sort of drop in for a visit for a cup of coffee or something like that. As I said, we never really ask for anything. Yes, we do have our Patreon. Yes, we do have our channel memberships. We do have our PayPal and a few other things like that. All those sort of things to really help to instill in our mind the fact that we're doing some sort of good for the general community. And as I said, in our case, it's never required, but it's always gratefully accepted. And as with Making Merit, she's gratefully accepting the fact that life has been good to her and sort of given her the things that she wanted in life, and she enjoys every minute of us together and in our house. And well, what else can I say? Everything seems to finish off with the ritual. We're placing the gold leaf on the statues. Okay, taking the obligatory photo to say that you were here. Okay, darling? Okay, darling? Oh, you have more to do over here. Okay, so we've now finished the more part of the wandering around today. What the hell is that? A little two-stroke Suzuki. Oh my God. Squirrel. But yeah, so we're going to go to Wat Rai King now, which is our, I suppose, local temple. Because this is where our house is. So we're going to finish off the little rounds with that today, and then probably go to lunch. Of course, I was just thinking there the fact that what names did I forget to mention before? Nick in Pattaya. Who else is there? Gordon up north in Chiang Mai. There's a bunch of guys running channels at different levels. We're all here to help you guys, make some sort of transition here into Thailand, or just find out the inside story. I do have a Twitter list on my Twitter account, which you can follow as well, which keeps you up to date with the daily news as well. So something to look into if you use Twitter. But really it comes down to the fact that Thailand is so changeable. You need to be plugged in at some sort of level. I know sort of David's recently sort of found himself his condo. He got a message from Cody yesterday. Oh yeah, got a message from Cody yesterday, the fact that he's 29 days away from coming to Thailand. He's got all the paperwork done. He's just got to get his COE now, or something like that. Everything's all booked up and ready, and so he'll be out here within the month. And then of course 2 weeks of the quarantine. And these are just the people that I know in my circle that are coming out here. So people are asking, can people come to Thailand? Yes, there are ways to come to Thailand, but again, it's going to be specific to every person. As I said to a guy on Facebook yesterday, the best results there is to contact your local embassy. They're the ones who really are going to issue the visa. There is no 30-day visa exempt entry into Thailand at the moment. We probably won't see that till next year. But yeah, so anyway, we're going to head off to Wat Rai King and finish up the video there. So just looking at the girls again, looks like they pick up on we're doing in two temples. Not only making merit here in our local temple, but yeah, they're making their offering again too. So interesting. I guess they've been told they've got to do it just here. Make the little plate offerings, yes. It's all about giving thanks. So yeah, I suppose in closing, you just got to think about that. Who can you give thanks to? How many people over here have helped you get familiar with the process of a foreigner living in Thailand? Have you reached out to them and to actually give them a personal thank you? Not just me, but the other guys here. We're slaving away, working for you in some respects, to help you make a good transition here to Thailand, or just have a good holiday. Of course, holidays are one of those difficult situations right now with the current world climate, but things will get better. We work together, try to find that special person over here that you can connect with, and that will make your life a lot easier. Don't expect too much to be like where you come from. So I keep on thinking of David coming from Germany, where everything is logically laid out for you, and you get to Thailand and everything just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And the length of paper trail just to get daily things done can be a bit daunting for some people. Fireworks. Yeah, but it comes down to that sort of situation. We're here to help you. As I said, in my case here, the best place to catch me, is in my Discord channel. You can drop in any time, sometimes, or not every hour of the day, but we have people in the voice channel. So generally when I'm home and I've got my ears on, I'm in the voice channel there, and you just drop in and say hello. Sometimes it's just not me, sometimes it's Augie. There are other people drop in from time to time to have a chat. There's also the text channels there where you can ask questions. It's all fairly obvious. Or it's obvious to me, but for the average internet user, it may not seem so obvious. That's a little bit of a IQ test. If you can work out Discord, there's probably sort of something that we'll have in common. You'll be sort of a part of the crowd. It's just not a Facebook thing, But again, although I'm on Facebook, I am very much anti-Facebook and the invasion of our general privacy. And unfortunately, you can't shut yourself off from the world. So I make myself available on that platform. And again, Twitter and YouTube. And again, I keep on saying to other people as well, people go to YouTube for all the facts. No, YouTube is an entertainment level. It's an entertainment system or an alternate entertainment system. You can't look at YouTube as being a factual source of information. Because the changeability on a day-to-day basis here in Thailand basically precludes you putting anything of value up there to be factual, because it'll change. We try to sort of make that indication when we're talking about things on the channel. This is what we're experiencing, and every province you go to will be different. Every sort of establishment, every sort of place where you encounter red tape, it will be different. And the only way to get through that is to find somebody in your local area who has walked the walk. And that's again, sort of reach out to those sort of people wherever they may be. Right now I'm not getting into Bangkok. I'm staying clear of Bangkok because, it's until we get some vaccine rolled out here in Thailand, I don't want to even think about sort of going and having a drink with my mates and even a coffee in at the Emporium. I think Jerry's not doing that at the moment. He's shut that down until things got better. But just meeting up with somebody, you don't know where people have been. And the last thing on my, or the primary thing on my mind, I should say, is me going and saying hello to my mates in Bangkok, where the hotbed of COVID activity is happening right now, and then me bringing it out to the house. It's just a lot easier for me just to say, well, we can contact each other online, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Discord, and we can stay in touch, but we don't really have to be there in person to really know what's going on. But we'll do our best to stay in touch with you guys as long as you stay in touch with us. And again, as I said, think about who can you give thanks to, and how can you respond to those people who have helped you out in your travels, and make sure that they understand the fact that you've helped them. And I think that's one of the things that most people on the YouTube area, they tend to forget. Yes, it is an entertainment system, but a lot of people we've made friends with. So that's what it's all about, isn't it? And it looks like Chanya has finished her supplication there, giving back to the temple for the good blessings she's received in her life. This looks like a roll of fireworks that they're going to let off. This is obviously part of the ritual, I guess. There we go, he's going to light that up. It's over as quick as it starts. But it's, okay, so it looks better if it's actually out in the open. Now, most of the temples I've seen that up and they hang it up. For some reason here, they've got it in a special little kiln. They're supposed to keep the smoke to a minimum. Anyway, I think we're finished now, and we'll probably go and have some lunch somewhere and catch up with you on the next video. Okay, darling. Say goodbye.
Yes, have to goodbye.
Goodbye. Yeah.
Have a goodbye.
Have a goodbye.
Okay. I just talk with you. I'm so sorry. Okay, anyway, see you next video and like, share and subscribe and thank you for support me and Warren. ขอบคุณมากค่ะ
Yep. Don't forget the Patreon, the membership, the whole thing. It always is greatly appreciated. And we'll catch up with you next time. Peace out, guys. And good blessings to everybody.